What's going on, my Flyby family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So we already had Monica McNutt go over there on Get Up and give her McNutty takes on what happened last night with the Sun and Fever. And then she goes over the first take, and here comes Stephen A. Smith, man, doubling down with the nonsense, helping her out. I'm like, fam, I thought you would do better with this. I thought you would do better. But anyway, we are about to get all the way into it. This might be a long video. I apologize in advance, but we have to dissect all of it, man. We're about to get into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are almost close to that 28.4, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
Okay, Stephen A., here's what I want to know from you. Hi, Monica.
Oh, no.
Have you with us?
Hi, Mom.
Monica.
No.
I don't want to go first.
I don't need to start because I wouldn't even put this in the show,
No, you need
honestly.
to start.
What you want me to say?
You need to start.
Talk to me.
Whatever Molly asks.
Okay, I'll ask you the same thing I asked in the commercial break, right? Mm-hmm. Is this a big deal, or is this just because more people are paying attention and it's women?
The latter. More people are paying attention, and credit Caitlin Clark for the way that she has elevated the game, right? All that she has brought to the forefront. Let's go through some of the players in this one, right? Clark and J.C. Sheldon have been competing against each other at Ohio State and Iowa, respectively, for years in the Big Ten, okay? Competition. First overall draft pick, fifth overall draft pick, same draft class. Then you've got, who else was involved in this? Marina Mabrey, who has had her share of moments as a known trash talker, competitor, defender, in-your-face personality in the WNBA. Then I think down the stretch, we had Sheldon again, and then Sophie Cunningham, back to her days at Missouri. Same energy from Sophie Cunningham. Not going back down, tenacious defender, super competitor. Do I want the WNBA to turn into WWE? No, of course not. But I do think that the idea that competition does not allow for space for tempers to flare at times, that's ridiculous. We can look at this across any sport, right? Particularly when there are men. And if things get heated, we chalk it up to, oh, they were passionate. And it's nothing, right? It was not great. But to me, as I'm watching it, Caitlin Clark is an incredible competitor, as you heard her say post-game. She's doing plenty of talking with her game. And I will add to this particular game, the Connecticut Sun are struggling badly this year. And so there is probably a lack of patience with them and maybe not making all the smartest plays over the course of the game. But I don't know that I would have even had this conversation this morning, Molly. In fact, I saw this happen and flipped over to the much better game, which happened to be the Liberty and the Dream.
You finished?
Go ahead.
I just
What
want
you
to make
got?
sure you finish, Monica. Okay. First of all, I want you to listen to my point, Monica, because this is funny to me. Okay? Clearly, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, there's some resentment, as I've articulated before. What people are missing, Monica, is I have no problem with it whatsoever.
Oh.
Okay, yes, there's resentment because, first of all, you're absolutely right. This is much ado about nothing. In the heat of competition, tempers flare. You know, last time I checked, women got tempers just like men do. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem at all. Ain't no big deal at all. I love it personally. Now, here's the thing about it, because I want to make sure everybody understands what I'm about to say. Caitlin Clark being that golden goose per se, that rising tide that's lifting all boats. I stand by my past proclamations that there's resentment towards her because of that. But I want to take it a step further. There's also resentment towards her because she instigates resentment towards her sometimes. Oh, Caitlin can clap at you now.
Yes.
Caitlin can antagonize you now. Remember in college, doggy, Eminem, the whole Angel Reese thing with her started because when Caitlin was giving it to everybody else, she was the one waving in their face. And that's why when Angel Reese and LSU got a hold of her, Angel Reese was like, yeah, it's your turn. That's where it came from. It was instigated by Caitlin Clark. She got her comeuppance, and she was big enough to embrace it and accept it and say, yo, I deserve it. It was my turn because they got me good. South Carolina didn't do it to them when they spanked Iowa in the championship game, but nevertheless, she comes to the WNBA, and you see a little shove here and there. You see her throwing a little elbow here and there. You see her talking smack. Caitlin Clark does this. So on top of the fact that she can play, because the girl's a shooter, and she's an assist maven as well, leading the league in assists and stuff like that. She's special, 4th in league MVP honors last year, Rookie of the Year. But she's also somebody, Doggy, you will appreciate this, kind of like Larry Bird was. When Larry Bird shooting the lights out and stuff like that, but Larry Bird also talked junk. Dr. J was one of the nicest, sweetest people on the planet. People said he making house calls, helped invite America into the NBA in America's living rooms. And Dr. J swung on Larry Bird. Why? Because Larry Bird say, I'm about to hit this jumper right here on you. Bam. I'm about to hit this 3 right here on you. Bam. I'm about to spin. I'm about to fall away on you right here. Bam. And we're just talking smack. Caitlin Clark is that person as well. So the vitriol that she gets, some of it is self-induced. I just happen to love it because that's sports. Any problem with that, Eminem?
Okay, so let's talk about this, right? Now, Molly's question was, is it a huge deal? Yes, this is absolutely a huge deal, okay? This is a big deal. And yeah, tempers fly in a game like this. A heated game, rivalries, tempers fly, people fight, and all that good stuff. But that doesn't mean it belongs in the game. I don't care what anybody says, fam. That fighting does not belong in the game. And then they're trying to justify that Caitlyn getting poked in the eye and blindsided is okay. That's a part of the game. Fam, that is not a part of the game. I literally watched y'all last year demolish Draymond Green for all the stuff he was doing in the NBA. Okay? I watched y'all do this. Watched y'all. Him choking, him turn around and slapping players. Williams got on there. Mad Dog got on there. Both of them were dogging Draymond Green for that. And for acting like nothing is wrong with what he was doing. Enabling that type of behavior. Williams got on First Take in front of Stephen A. and said this. Got on First Take and told y'all that that's a problem. He shouldn't be acting like that. But now y'all want to act like it belongs in the WNBA. Why? Because Caitlin Clark is receiving the beatdown? Stop it, fam. Stop it. And Stephen A., if you hit me one more time with this waving bull, that is a bull narrative, fam. That is a BS narrative. She didn't even do that to anybody. She did it one time in one game, and it was to her strength coach. Not even Haley. Haley even admitted that she didn't do it to her. So for you to keep running with this narrative that, oh, she deserves it, she instigates all this stuff to happen to her. Stop it, fam. No, she don't. Talking trash, it happens. That is in the game. You can talk your trash. But you telling me just because she talks trash, she deserves to get hit in the mouth? She deserves to get poked in the eye, shoved over during a dead ball? So let me get this straight. Just because somebody talk trash or talk junk about somebody, they deserve to get punched or deserve to get in a fight. So Stephen, let's talk about you for a minute. I watch your show faithfully. I got love for all of y'all on here. But we're going to keep it a grand right here, right? Stephen A., let's talk about you and LeBron James. So if he would have walked up and hit you in your face right there on the court for you saying what you were saying about his fatherhood, you would have deserved it because you instigated it, right? That's what you're telling me. This is what you're justifying here, Stephen A. And it's crazy. I thought you would have checked, Monica, because Michael Jordan is your favorite player. And he is known for trash talking. And he had rules put in place so he couldn't get beat up anymore. That is crazy work. And then I'm seeing people in my last video talk about, oh yeah, you justified Caitlyn shoving over Angel. You justified Caitlyn. She does dirty things and you don't say anything about it, fam. Caitlyn, that foul on Angel Reese, that was a take foul. She didn't even shove her hard. She didn't blindside like Kennedy and Mabry just did. During a dead ball. She was making a play on the ball. Sophie making a play on the ball. Stop it, bro. Y'all sound ridiculous, man. Either you're trolling or you don't know ball. I don't care. Men, woman, it don't belong in the sport. I don't care. Fighting, literally, if you fight outside of sports. I've been told this my entire life. My mom, my dad always said, just walk away if you can, because somebody can get killed fighting. You hit them, they fall the wrong way, they hit their head on the floor a certain way, and they're gone. And now you're doing jail time. It might get people to tune in and talk about it and all the nonsense, but it doesn't belong in the game. It's not safe. Talking about, oh, Caitlyn isn't innocent. She's not innocent because she talked trash on the floor. That's a part of the game. That's a part of the game. If you're going off, people gonna talk trash.
I say, we on the same, look at us on the same page today, because I was a little worried when we got the production call, because I was like, what they about to be on? Go ahead, Doggy, where you at?
Well, I think she reminds me of Pistol Pete. I mean, she's got a lot of Pistol Pete in her. Number one pick, Holly, fun offensive player at Iowa, Pistol Pete at LSU. But there has to be some level of professional resentment, because Caitlin Clark's in all the State Farm commercials. She's made a fortune off the court. She hasn't won a championship yet. She is, they had a preseason game this year, her team in Iowa. You know what the rating was?
Crazy.
1.2 million watched on TV. Why? Not because of the other team, because of Caitlin Clark. People read about that. They see that. They were in the league long before she was. They helped build the league. Here she comes in and the whole world's not paying attention. There's no way you cannot tell me that there isn't some level of annoyance that she's gotten all this publicity early on.
Okay, let me just say this. I appreciate y'all being very mindful of your word choices today, and nobody has said jealous, because I was ready to go off if somebody said jealous. Professional resentment, annoyance, whatever you want to say. This is what I will say. We got to stop acting like we can only experience one emotion at a time. As humans, period, and particularly in sport. Is there probably professional resentment? Sure. Are you certainly annoyed? Sure. Especially when you got to stop her and she's pulling up from half court, knocking down three and then sticking her tongue out? Sure, right? But can you also appreciate what she has done for the league? Yes, that also can coexist. And so I think this idea that it's one or the other is unfair, especially in sport. And literally, two seconds apart, I can be thrilled for making a basket and then pissed because I gave up a turnover.
It happens in our industry.
You can have multiple
the board,
emotions.
That's
Exactly. Go ahead, I say.
One of my boys just texted me, and he said, he says, she's the Eminem of sports. And I said, well, here's the difference. Eminem is universally revered. You got the brothers loving that brother.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark ain't quite there yet. And I'm not talking about black girls instead of white. I'm talking about period, just the culture of the WNBA. You got both people. There's resentment. But again, she invites it, because Caitlin Clark talks some trash now. She talks some trash, and she can antagonize you.
The visual piece, though, for people that are a little uncomfortable when women are, like, the intensity, the aggressiveness on the court, that people aren't used to seeing it.
Yeah.
I still think that's part of it, too.
I know we got to wrap this, Molly. I think that is a huge part of it, right? Embracing what competition looks like from women competing at a high level.
Yes, Stephen A., and I'm going to give you a great example.
And I want to hear the example. But I will also add, too, to your point, S.A., to me, the way that there has been this caping for her teeters on the line of disrespect, because to your point, disrespect of who she is and what she has built and proven to be on the basketball court, because to your point, she's not ducking nothing. She 100% stands on her game, and her game is why she has been able to become such a megastar. That is at the root of it, and she loves this game of basketball. So I don't think she was tripping, so I don't think other folks should trip.
Okay, fam, I'm not even gonna have y'all listen to the rest, because Molly's example was talking about UFC fighters, women fighting in the UFC and boxing. Two totally different sports. Fam, fighting is not supposed to be in basketball. That was a ridiculous example. Regardless, men or women, fighting shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be in the game. People have the right to say that players are jealous. That's all that they were saying. They're jealous. It's in there. I mean, keep it a grand. What you getting mad for if somebody saying they're jealous? J.C. Sheldon has been getting smacked by this woman her entire basketball career. You don't think she's jealous of what Caitlin Clark is doing and what she's getting? Let's keep it a grand, man. Call it for what it is. She's jealous. She's jealous, fam. Like, and you want to get mad at that? Come on, dog. Look, multiple emotions are fine, right? That's fine. Yeah, you can absolutely be glad that Caitlin is doing all these things and then be frustrated with yourself, upset about something. Yeah, you could have those multiple emotions. But the fact that you want to attack somebody from behind, that's not allowed. That's not allowed, and people can complain about that. People can complain about that. Why Marina Mabry didn't do that to Shakira? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you can be mad, you can be happy, you can have all these mixed emotions. But fam, when it comes to being professional, that is the key. At the end of the day, I don't care how you feel. You have to be professional. And then Monica McNutt want to come out and say, us defending her is disrespecting her? What are you talking about? But y'all sitting here allowing her to get poked in the eye and blindsided. That's not disrespecting her, though. That's not disrespectful. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the nonsense that was being spewed on this one right here, man. Like I stated before, I watch the show faithfully. So I'm always coming out of love, man. But y'all were out of pocket with this one, fam. Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.